Hello everyone, this is Chi and welcome back to my art space. Today we're going to have a look at my mini Hobbycraft haul, but we will be reviewing the watercolor cotton paper panel. I bought a few things and here they are. A set of plastic palette knife for £2, and here's the total price of what I paid for all three items I got, which is a total of £10.50. I bought this palette knife for my gouache paints as I'm having a hard time getting some of the paint on my palette using just the brushes, and also they are fairly cheap. Next one is a number 2 round brush from Daler Brownie's System 3 line. I'm hoping to use this mainly for my gouache paints as I'm really scared on using my more expensive watercolor brushes for it. And now the main star of this video, the watercolor cotton paper panel, which you can get 2 of in a pack. It's my first time to use something like this, and on the label it says 100% cotton paper, and it is 6 by 6 inches in size. And now for the most important part, testing this paper panel by painting. Right off the bat, the paper surface is thirsty. You can definitely let yourself go here and do wet on wet washes. In fact, I think that it's the best way to use this paper panel. It is quite hard to use a wet on dry technique, as you would often need to re-wet your brush as you paint. If you do use the wet on wet technique, I can say that the watercolors do flow nicely on the surface. Also, the surface has a texture almost like a cold pressed paper. I can compare this to my 100% cotton khadi paper, but I think this one needs a whole lot more water to move the watercolor paints more freely. So far, I am enjoying painting on it, and I can see myself getting more. At the moment, I checked Hobbycraft's website, and this particular product is already out of stock online. I actually bought this one in store and it was the last set. What I love about it is that I don't have to worry about buckling on the edges, and the fact that I can layer as much as I wanted without lifting any fibers on its surface. I'm not 100% sure that it comes in other sizes, but on the website I can only find this 6 by 6 inches size. I'm definitely going to try and find similar products as I highly enjoyed painting on it. Plus, once you're done, you can pretty much just stick it on the wall without worrying about frames or the paper tearing, as it comes with a solid back, just like a tile photo. So if you love to use the wet on wet watercolor technique, or just want to paint on a surface without worrying about the paper buckling, I highly recommend that you try this watercolor cotton paper panel from Hobbycraft. And I just want to clarify that this is not a sponsored video and I'm in no way affiliated with a company. I just want to share my experience in discovering new art supplies that may help or interest other artists out there. Now that the most important parts of this video is out of the way, I would like to introduce something new. I'd like to do a little story time about the subject of my painting, the very first one being the robin. Today, while doing this video, robins have officially become my favorite birds. I loved them before even knowing any of these tales about them, but now I love them more. They are often associated with Christmas here in the UK. In fact, I've only really started paying attention to them because I kept seeing them on Christmas cards, and apparently they have double symbols. Some find them to be sacred, while others associate them with death. Robins are a symbol of spring song and good fortune. It is also a symbol of a new beginning and rebirth. There's a superstitious belief that robins appear when loved ones are near. Apparently, many people have proven this legend to be true. One of my favorite stories about how the robin got its red belly is that the robin got burned while fanning flames to keep the baby Jesus warm. How cute is that? Another one states that the robins burned its breast in the fires of purgatory while delivering water to tormented souls. Another English legend tells a story of the robin working together with a wren to cover unburied bodies with leaves if they were found in the woods. I mean, they are tiny little things themselves, Yet older stories and adventures are very significant. Legend also has it that the robin, which was just plain brown before, flew over to Jesus, who was dying on the cross, and sang into his ear to comfort him in his pain. The blood from his wounds then stained the robin's breast, and that's how the robins got the mark of Christ's blood on them. You can find many more legends about the robin, and like they have separate Welsh legend and Irish legend, but almost all of them have painted the robin as a sacred little bird. Even in Norse mythology, apparently this bird is sacred to Thor. So they're very special, even though they're tiny little creatures. And I personally love to paint them. And I think if you follow my Instagram, you'd see that I have painted them several times already. And I'd say that this one on this paper panel is one of my favorite renditions of the robin. I hope that you enjoyed the storytime part of this video, and please do tell me if you would like to see more similar content to this. I personally enjoyed making and editing it, and I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm saving up to buy a bigger ring light to hopefully improve my video's quality in the future. I found another interesting fact that apparently in 2015, the robin was again voted as Britain's national bird. I am personally very interested in other cultures, folklores and legends. That's why I really enjoyed making this video, because I've learned a lot of things about the robin which I wouldn't have even tried to find out if I wasn't making this particular video or if I wasn't researching about it. So I do hope that I can do it again on my next videos, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you do find my video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Because I recently found a regular job, I can only upload at least once a week, and it would most probably be on a Sunday. Thank you for dropping by, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and see you on the next one. I decided to go back on my painting this morning and add some metallic accents by using my Komorebi metallic watercolor paints to add a little bit of sparkle. And you can see here as well that the back is solid. That's why, as I've said before, you can just stick it on the wall without any worries. That's it. Thank you again, and hopefully see you on the next one.